morning, y'all. Y'all turn up, y'all. I'm sorry y'all running late for my own laugh. Y'all feel me? I got hung up in some almost negative stuff this week. And I also woke up with some more negative stuff in my own life that I brung upon myself. And maybe I will talk about it a little bit this morning. So good morning to everybody that's going to come across this live stream afterwards or before. My name is Monica Johnson. On some of my platforms, it's Monica, you feel me? I am Monica Johnson or Money, you feel me? I want you to enjoy the content. Something I've been trying to work with. I am going to learn how to display in details a lot more during my practice of going live on YouTube. Once again, I want to welcome you to my channel. Make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share. Feel me? And without no conversation, we can't keep it going. You know what I'm saying? So this morning, we're going to actually listen to TUff News. TUff News, he be on point. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to listen to his YouTube, and I'm gonna put his channel. I'm gonna put the whole display up there. So if you make sure you follow TUF. Now this is my own live reaction, so you might not want to hear me talking through it. You feel what I'm saying? And stopping it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people want to have their own, personal up space when it come down to some type of gossip. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say, and remember, y'all, all these in this video is all allegedly. This goes for any YouTuber that I share, especially when it comes to other people post the bees, is all allegedly, you know what I'm saying, allegations, and to proving that they are not guilty or not, that's what it is. Okay. So y'all, I'm drinking my Pepsi this morning. Y'all ever had a Pepsi? Like I started drinking Pepsi, y'all, when I stopped smoking cigarettes. Well, I'm still smoking a little bit, but I've been picking up this Pepsi in the place of that cigarette, and maybe I shouldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying? Because the sugar and stuff and what this can actually be doing to me, health wise. I don't really think that I should have replaced my urges with this Pepsi. You feel me? But we working on that. So just put some prayers out there for me. So y'all, let me tell y'all this story first off. Y'all, this is really sad. And it's like it's been bothering me, and this is what I do on my social media platforms. I always talk about some personal things, you know what I'm saying? And not to putting my business out there, but sometimes you need feedback. You need somebody to give you some inspiration. You feel me? And good morning to anybody that's coming in and off, y'all. Feel me? I'm trying to learn how to read that. But anyway, y'all, when look, this is like, y'all tell me too. Tell me if I should have did what I did. Tell me the mistakes I made. Tell me if was I right at the end. You feel what I'm saying? So 22 years ago, I used to be a female entertainer, but at the time, you know what I'm saying, I was trying to be out there in the streets and don't date, other, how to, look, y'all, I'm trying to say it clean, okay? Like I used to then try to be date men for money. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I got out there in the beginning. And that was a misguidance. You know what I'm saying? It was men that I should have got the pesos for. I ain't gonna even tell you no story that I never seen again. You feel me? So I learned my lesson. So once upon a time in my life, I did used to date a young man. He was really financially, you know, together. He was older than me. He wore dreads, you know what I'm saying? He was my type of dude at the time, you know what I'm saying? And but he was very stern and he didn't want children. He didn't want to do none of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna get emotional with telling this story because yesterday was a really emotional day for me and a really good drain from what really happened and what I'm getting up to. So the bottom line is that I ended up getting pregnant while I was messing around with him and in the streets. Okay, so in reality, I wouldn't have knew if that person would have been my son father because I ended up getting pregnant. But I knew at the time that that person was actually in the midst of an argument with another young lady to get an abortion. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't want to have no kids. So that kind of scared me up with like telling this person like maybe you can be my baby father because I didn't want him to put me in the position to try to make that decision. So I decided that maybe I would make that decision myself and go get the abortion. Yeah. I'm telling you, this is a true story. This is a real story from my life. You know what I'm saying? And it got to be told, and it got to be told to my son one day when he come across mama live. You know what I'm saying? But what I decided is though to go get the abortion. I was like 4 months pregnant at the time, and I had time to get the abortion. I made the appointment and everything. So I get up to Summit. I think that's the name of the place at the time, and we get in there, and it's people. I didn't know. I never experienced the people that be outside the clinics and be talking, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So an older guy, about 80 years, 90 years old Catholic guy walked up to me and he laid his hand on me really gentle and he just wanted to talk to me and I'm in my time. I'm respectable, no matter if they telling me the truth or not, you know what I'm saying? So that person told me, the only thing I can remember, he told me a lot of other things, but the only thing I can really remember that he told me, he said, who was you to choose that person's life when that person chose you to be that the parent? That was it. That's all he said to me. That's all I remember. So, but I still go in the clinic and I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm there with another friend, and I'm still thinking about this man. And so I get back there in the back, get ready to get the procedure done, and what they did was do the ultrasound. And when they did the ultrasound, that's when I found out that he was a boy, and I seen him, and that's when I told the lady I didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I told her I didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't do it. I left up out of there, and I continued on dating the guy. You know what I'm saying? I dated him, and I told him that it was somebody else's baby, some other guy that he used to see me with anyway. You feel what I'm saying? And so I stuck to that. When the baby was born, my baby had complications, and I knew that I kind of figured the way my baby kind of looked that this wasn't the other guy, but the other guy was willing to stick, on to my side, you know what I'm saying, and to actually see me through. You feel what I'm saying? So I just decided throughout life, that this was gonna be my decision. But he used to make me feel really uncomfortable when I needed him to help, get babysitters. Like this is look, dating any man, and this goes for any young woman that's going to come across this, a man's supposed to still financially help you when he want to take you out or take you in the room. Like I'm just keeping it real, so he was already helping out every now and then, babysitter with my oldest son. But then I had started making my own money and I didn't need him to, help. But when I had my second son, stuff started to increase, things. So I started asking him for, babysitting fair if I gotta, go out and spend the night at his house and stuff. And so he started asking me, where my money at and stuff like that. I'm just telling you what made me walk away real easy. You know what I'm saying? And at the time I'm getting my own money. I don't got to deal with that, right? So I ended up walking away. I thought that was the best decision for me and my son at the time because this man didn't want kids and he was never gonna. I was scared to tell him that it was a possibility, but I really believe that he really believed that he knew that. That's why he let me walk away so easy. We had been dating for about 3 to 4 years before I had got pregnant with my son. You feel what I'm saying? So I felt like that he just didn't want to be bothered, you know. So I walked away. And my son, beautiful person, really beautiful, strong young man, you know. But I noticed that when he was growing up, that things started to look just like that man, like the way he walked on his tippy toes, you know, all the hair on his legs. I'm just saying what I started noticing. And then he got this over sweat glands, you know, that man used to have. You feel what I'm saying? He got it too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like things. And then his genius ways with the communications with the electronics and stuff like that. That's what that man was into too. I remember that. And so, you know, when my son graduated from school, he went to college, you know what I'm saying? And he the first male in my family. I'm talking about in my family, my mama family, my auntie family. He the first male to graduate and go straight to college, you know. And we had our ups and downs in life, me and my son, my second son, and he didn't let that hold him up, you know. So that's a DNA that he inherited. That's something that I'm proud to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? So he got to asking me, you know, like, when is you gonna help me find my father? You know, because I'm thinking, y'all, let's just keep it real. I'm really thinking that I can keep him from asking me that just by giving him things, you know what I'm saying? You know, giving him gifts, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm just, you know, I just thought that I can keep him from asking me them questions, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't happen like that. You know what I'm saying? He decided that he wanted me to put a little bit more effort, you know, and I was scared, and I was telling him, I was trying to tell him that the man didn't know nothing about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't know, he didn't want no kids. You know, this is what I'm trying to tell my 22-year-old son, but he ain't hearing it. So I got another friend, and he very smart with the computers as well. And when I was looking for him last year, and let's just keep it real, it's been many a times where, because he had DNA with another guy, the guy that I'm telling you that I was at the time, and he found out that he wasn't his father. Then that sealed the deal with who I knew it was, right? They asked me, you know, did I know, or is it a possibility that I can get him another name? And I promise you I didn't, because he was old, and he would have had owed a lot of child support. Y'all feel me? And I would have felt it would have been heavy on my heart to do that to him. You know, the things he worked for, the things that was given to him. And I did this. You know, this is not his fault or my son's fault. This is a choice that I made, that I thought that was a good choice. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't put him on child support. I couldn't have the courts go find him. You know, and I could have, you know, when he was 16, when we came across child support again with some, and then we came across child support again when he was 18, you know, because my oldest son father, they kind of somehow put him down as the father. You know what I'm saying? Y'all feel me? You know, I could have did that, but I just told him I just didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And I regret it. I regret it. I should have told them the name. No matter what the financial support was, I should have told them the name, because I'm gonna tell you why. You know why I should have told them the name. I should have told them the name of his father, so him and his father could establish DNA and a paternity together. Not financially, because that ain't what that. If I wanted him financially, I could have been got that money. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Like, long time ago, like, you feel me? But I ain't cut like that, and that's my friend. You know, that's my friend. He been my friend since I was 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing his father that long. You know, he was the first other man that I dated outside of my first man. You feel what I'm saying? So we got a connection, you know, and if his family looked really good, you know, he got photos of me. Young. I was young then, you feel me? But he do get them. And I know he ain't never got rid of them. He never got married. So he had no reason to get rid of them. Y'all feel me? But what happened was is that my friend called me with some information, and the guy that I had helping me, and he said that he may have found him. He said, but it's probably not gonna be the news you want to hear. So, you know, me, I'm my heart started bumping. I'm like, what is you talking about? You know? And he said, well, what was his birthday? And so I gave him the birthday, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why I remembered his birthday, October the 29th, is because him and my daddy share the same birthday. You know what I'm saying? So that was gonna be something I was never gonna forget. You know what I'm saying? So when I gave him the birthday, he said, "Well, unfortunately, if that's the person you talking about, he passed away back in July." And I told him, no, I couldn't believe that because he young. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm telling you know what I'm saying? I said, well, send me a photo. So he sent me the photo, y'all, and damn, it was him. It was him. You know, it was him. And the relief that we did get behind it, and also grief, is because that was my friend. Regardless of if we ain't seen each other, we got history. We did some things together, and we had fun times together too. We had little slight arguments, but you didn't argue with him. He kind of had way with words that you knew. You know what I'm saying? Just don't call him for a couple days. But he had a way with words, and I was sad. But so they had uploaded his services, and I was so happy about that. And my son told me he didn't want to watch the services. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't mad at him. Maybe one day, he'll watch it. You know what I'm saying? Just to see the little family. The glimpse of them. So what happened is that I went through the obituary because he don't do social media as well. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I couldn't find him. I knew he wasn't cut like that. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So he didn't do social media. And my son don't do social media as well, but he got accounts, I think, but he don't use them, whatever. But he didn't never make an account. That's why I couldn't find him. And so the obituary, and then I couldn't remember that middle name for nothing. And then I remembered the middle name when the guy gave me the information about him. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, that's it. And so I looks it up, and I see a few names in the obituary. So I felt, and maybe I was wrong. I felt like maybe I can give his mom and his sister life. Because in the Bible it say when death come, new life comes. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm probably totally wrong about that, and they can be very angry and upset with me about that, and I'm okay with that. You feel what I'm saying? So what happened was that when the time came, I inboxed somebody. I got in touch with somebody, Blase Split, and I did reach out to his sister. You feel me? And his sister, before I can even get out the conversation, she was like, I don't know where you going with all this. You know what I'm saying? But this is not for me, and we're gonna end this right here. You feel what I'm saying? So we ended that, and then I had people telling me, reach out to his mother. You know what I'm saying? I said, no, I'm just gonna leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? So y'all give me some feedback on that. You know what I'm saying? So do y'all think that I should go forward with reaching out to his mom? You know what I'm saying? I can get the numbers. I think it costs a couple of dollars on Google to actually download the number, but I really don't want to be no more brave than what I already have been. You know what I'm saying? But just let me know. Yeah, so let's get on with the social media buzz this morning. You know what I'm saying? Social media buzz this morning is gonna be slapping because we're gonna be watching um a live reaction with TUff News, y'all. So TUff News had a really good captioning. Yeah, I feel me. Let's go there. Wait a minute, let's just bring it up. Y'all feel me? Let's just bring it up. So y'all make sure y'all tap into that one and make sure you help me out with that. You know what I'm saying? That was a really long story, but that is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's not it. Let me see. So that one don't do that. I'm just looking at my audios. Make sure I turn my audio on. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me turn it up. Yeah, wait 1 minute. can go back on my computer for a minute before I share y'all. Have it already out. Y'all feel me? Look like we got a small glitch this morning, y'all. The Wi-Fi been really bold over here in my neighborhood. So I probably do got a few glitches on my last stream this morning, but we'll make sure that they work the next time, y'all. I probably got to call and get me a new cord or something on my Wi-Fi because it's been going in and out. So let's bring that up. Let's push pause on there. Let's make it bigger. Hold on, wait a minute. I need to exit out of here. Okay, wait a minute. Now let's come back to the live stream. Okay. Now let's share the screen, the audio and everything. Yes, Lord. Let's go to this one right here. Pick it up. So y'all, this morning gonna be really interesting because I haven't watched this one. I need my ink pen out, y'all, because it's gonna be some things that we gonna talk this morning about in this lab, y'all. Social media buzz, y'all. This is really getting messy, you know what I'm saying? And I do want to send my prayers out there to the Diddy family and to the kids, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't have nothing to do with all this crazy and madness that's going on, but guess what, y'all? It is big news. You feel me? So they saying that a former bodyguard that passed away. They talking about Kim Porter again and Diddy arrest. And this one he just dropped like 20 hours ago, y'all. So y'all might not want to hear me talking through it. You feel me? You might want to go watch it yourself. You feel me? But we gonna see what it do today. Okay? Let's see. Let's make the screen bigger too. Let's make the screen bigger. Let's make this screen bigger. Let's turn it up.
What's going on, y'all? What it is. So let's go ahead and slide on these topics. And the first thing I want to discuss is this actual video that's floating around social media that shows Diddy telling his party goers that within 15 minutes that all kids need to be removed. He goes on to say that his kids are already downstairs. And basically, he's implying that the party is about to be turned upside down and some freaky issues about to take place. Now, the first questions that come to my mind is, why were these children there in the first place? It's not like they were celebrating a child's birthday there. And so you're dealing with adults that's partying and doing all sorts of drugs, and you got kids in the midst of the party, and it wasn't like it was a sleepover for the children. So why were they there? And also, all of these celebrities that were in attendance at this Diddy party have the financial means to hire a nanny to take care of their children for the evening. And so I posed the question, were all of the kids at this Diddy party, were they actually the children of all of the celebrities that were in attendance? Because we know that Hollywood is sick and demented, and they could have been ushered in to serve a different purpose, if you know what I mean. One thing that comes to mind in particular is that maybe some of the kids were human magic, and I'm paraphrasing there. But at the end of the day, I will say this, it could have been an honest thing where Diddy told the parents of these children that were there, hey, bring your kids to play with my kids and they can just all be kids.
How about it's not?
Wait a minute. Before he get to talking, Doug, I'm live. Okay, y'all. Before he get to talking, in that posed to be fake book, they talk about rituals that they have to abide by when children come into play. They talk about the rituals, but guess what? If a ritual was going to be with the kids, and just allegations, y'all, Kim Porter wouldn't know that because Kim Porter hadn't been that living that long to experience nothing with no kids. And I don't think that Kim Porter would have ever put her kids in that type of field, you know. But we do get allegations that Beyonce's daughter made some type of allegations towards her parents. Like this is what's going on in the social media, y'all. I don't know if it's really true or not. I'm just telling you things that I heard through social media that they have had allegations with kids. So let's get back into it. What's wrong? I'm live though. Can't you be quiet? Huh? Can't you give me a minute? Do you have to be crying? No, you don't. Y'all feel me? So let's get back to the story.
I think I made my point clear. So if welfare come in here in 30 minutes, that's on y'all. My kid is downstairs. 15.
Did y'all hear what this man said? Did he say if the welfare people come on in here, he said he don't care because his kids downstairs. So that means his kids is not in the lamb life. Y'all need to get y'all kids up out of here.
15 minutes, the kids have to go. Thank you very much.
Listen, I don't know about y'all.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I can afford this F-150.
All right,
Ooh, that is
so check
nice.
this out. $178.
Oh, but I just get an eerie feeling looking at that clip. I just feel so uncomfortable because knowing the things that I know that goes down in Hollywood and the things that we've all been privy to from other people talking about the scandalous things that go down there, it just shows to me that some of these kids are so unprotected because anything could go on there. And even though it appears that Diddy is doing the right thing, first and foremost, like I said, I don't think that the kids should have been there anyway, but it appears that Diddy is doing the right thing before the adults start doing what they really want to do. But I don't know how many of those kids were told, hey, you don't have to leave. Come with me. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't like it. I just don't rock with this at all. I think that there's a time and a place for everything. You shouldn't have any kids in the atmosphere where there are adult parties going on, where they're drinking, where they're smoking, where they're doing drugs. I just don't find that to be amusing at all, and it should be prohibited. And again, even though this could have been innocent, you're still setting the stage for a youngin' to be potentially essayed. But anyway, I want to move along, and I want to talk about something that I just became privy to, and I had no idea about this, y'all. Drop down in the comments and let me know if you knew, but I was contacted by someone that was close to this particular person, and I was just shocked to hear the news. So I was contacted, and I'm not going to mention this person's name because they asked not to be mentioned, but I was contacted by...
Hold on, y'all. So he say, see, this is what I'm saying about TUF. You feel what I'm saying? He be saying his contacts is authentic, y'all. And everything that I have heard from him, I done heard it again, you know what I'm saying? But not from him. I done heard it, and then I done seen things that he done talked about that actually came true. Hurry up and get out the kitchen.
Someone that was very close to Uncle Ron. And so me and this person was having a conversation back and forth, and he delivered the heartbreaking news that Uncle Ron passed away last month. And it's really, really sad. I feel so sorry for Uncle Ron that he lost his life. I pray for his wife and his family. Now, even though it was so unfortunate that Uncle Ron passed away, I was told by this person that Uncle Ron was going to play a significant role in the Diddy trial next year. He was actually a key witness. Apparently, Uncle Ron was sitting on a lot of information that he didn't disclose to the public. And remember, guys, he was mainly on TikTok. He did have an Instagram, but I would say that he made more of a dynamic impact on TikTok by exposing celebrities. Now, another thing that I was told by this person, right, and it really blew my mind, but not really, because I knew that this could be a possibility. But I was told by this person that the reason why Diddy got arrested early, because he was going to get arrested anyway on that Tuesday or Wednesday of the week he got arrested, was based upon the fact that Diddy was questioned about Kim Porter. They're saying that Diddy got nervous about the questioning and things of that nature. He reached out to a couple of people. Those individuals reached back out to the FBI, and they saw that Diddy could be a potential flight risk. And so they went ahead and scooped him up with the quickness at that hotel in New York City.
Yeah, but I actually got a little discrepancy in that one. You know, they actually said in the indictment, like, because it's two parts of document 1 and 2. And they kind of like explained that Diddy had agreed to, you know, the passport thing and the cellular, whatever, and come to New York and settle his affairs. And he was under the impression that him and his lawyer was going to be able to walk in and turn himself in and maybe have a possibility of a $50,000 loan. I mean, $50 million bond. So that part right there, but I still believe TUF.
Now, I am going to say that this is all alleged information. For those of you who follow me tight, I always come through with emails and text messages, but this particular person was old school and they wanted to have a phone conversation. And as a matter of fact, we FaceTime, but I do have all of that information documented and saved in a different format, just in case I have to defend myself in a court of law. Now, just to refresh y'all's memory in regards to who Uncle Ron was, he basically was a bodyguard for a plethora of celebrities, including Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Diddy, and so many more. And what's interesting about the conversation that I had with this particular person is that they wouldn't go into detail about how Uncle Ron passed away. Now, I did find that particularly odd and strange, but I do respect the privacy of Uncle Ron's family. Maybe they just didn't want that information out. I did see something where people said that he passed away from cancer, but I haven't been able to confirm that, although I've seen him in and out of the hospital over the past year. I just didn't know that he was suffering from a serious ailment like cancer, right? Because he came on camera, he was so uplifting and so happy all the time. But anyway, I want to talk about the information that I just conveyed to you as it pertains to Kim Porter. Let's just say that information is true. We already know that Pac's family has opened a reinvestigation into Pac's passing. And so it just makes me pose the question, is that the reason why Diddy hired a lawyer in Tony Rico who specializes in the deletion penalty? And I'm paraphrasing there because Tony Rico has a successful track record in the deletion penalty realm. And so it just makes me pose that question, because why would you hire somebody that specializes in the deletion penalty if you haven't done anything egregious to that magnitude where you are potentially responsible for having people deleted on your watch? Now, another thing that I want to share with you guys.
Ain't that something, y'all? Like, that is something to think about, like, he did. I think he just hired 2 more lawyers, so maybe we'll look into them, one day on social media buzz, and let's find out what they actually are good for and what do they got them there for, you know what I'm saying? It got to be some evidence, though. It can't be no hearsay. So something had to come up. Remember, y'all, that supposed to be fake book, whatever. It's missing entries. That's what it said. It's missing entries.
That was conveyed to me by this particular person is that they're saying that there's another bodyguard, as a matter of fact, a former bodyguard of Diddy's that's now being investigated. So I know the person's name, but again, I was told not to say anything because it could disrupt the investigation. But listen, it's just a whole lot of things that's coming down the pike. And what I want to do right now is play you guys just a few clips of Uncle Ron exposing the industry and things like that. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. And I want you guys to feel free to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about everything that was discussed within.
Thanks, TUF. I think his content is really awesome. And y'all remember, once again, y'all make sure y'all follow his platform so you won't have to hear me talking through the video. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I'm going to have to go back and watch my own stuff because I missed what Uncle Ron and how he come in. And then I forgot about I missed the allegations of Kim Porter, even though I know him, but I wanted to hear him through him.
In this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, consider subbing to the channel. I'll get with you guys later. Peace.
I was offered $30,000 to perform a hit on Biggie Smalls.
Wait a minute. This is all allegations right here, y'all. Feel me? Like, hold on. Wait a minute.
March 1st of 1997, I was approached by Diddy to perform a hit on one of his artists. finding out that he wanted all the rights to all his catalogs. I turned him down because I also found out that very night that Biggie had plans of leaving Bad Boy. Biggie should have never been in California to promote an album.
And just think about it, Tough, and everybody else that's going to come on. And rest in peace, Uncle Ryan. If Uncle Ryan knew that he had cancer, and he knew he had a certain amount of months left, and this goes for all humans sometimes, you get to telling the truth. You don't want to go to your grave with things you know that will rejuvenate the world or change the way people see people. You know, so he actually could have had cancer, and he could have been in his last stages, and he just decided to tell the truth. And is he telling the truth? I'm pretty sure this is a sad thing, and I'm pretty sure that he told not just us that, he have told the feds too, but he probably knew he had cancer.
With a broken fibula bone, who can barely walk, to go to another studio when Diddy has his own studio in New York. Diddy is pure evil. He has a very nasty disposition. He treats everybody like crap. Every single employee he's ever had, he and his mother have looked down on them, belittled them, talked to them like they were the lowest scum on the earth, so he could always have his way.
And that's what a lot of people is saying. That's why they don't feel sorry about to Diddy mom, or they don't really care about the apology she put out there or giving acts for mercy, you know, because they saying that Diddy mama been had these allegations as well on her before Diddy.
Ahmad, Muhammad, and Suge Knight, or Amir, they took the blame for something that was already getting ready to be in motion. It just happened at an earlier time. Because on the 9th, Biggie was taken out.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car.
On the night,
okay, you ready? All right, $118 for car insurance. That's how much I would.
Let's see.
And I'm so glad to this day that I refused to do that. So under investigations and working and cooperating with FBI, my story is being told.
I told y'all.
There's so much more.
I told y'all. He said he been a cooperate. See, it's gonna be people now. See, he said it that he been cooperating with the feds. See, people wanted to know, like, how do people know so much? Because it's people that's been cooperating with the feds for about 3 years, trying to get their stories to add up. They trying to get proof against this man to bring up other charges. And if he that cruel, y'all, we can't really care too much about nothing like that, because we better be grateful that we wasn't one of the people that got victimized.
That we're going to talk about with Diddy.
I just got news that a friend and fellow creator, Uncle Ron, has passed away. Uncle Ron was a bodyguard to many people, including Charlie Daniels, and he had a great Charlie Daniels story. Charlie went to play a small venue as a favor for a friend. Uncle Ron had never been to this place. It could only hold about 100 people, and the stage was wrapped with chicken wire. Never having seen something like this, Uncle Ron asked the owner what the chicken wire was all about. The owner said, well, when the crowd really likes a performance, they throw their beer bottles at the stage. Being a bodyguard bodyguard, this obviously concerned Uncle Ron. So he got on the microphone before the concert started and said, I don't want any bottles thrown at this stage because I don't want Charlie to get hurt. And he told the crowd that if they didn't throw anything for the whole concert, that he would buy everybody around at the end. So Charlie took the stage and played his heart out. He about sawed his fiddle in half and gave the performance of a lifetime. After the show was over, Charlie kind of looked upset. Uncle Ron asked him, what's wrong? Charlie said, man, I must not have been any good. He said, I played my heart out, but they never threw the first beer bottle. Uncle Ron, you and your stories will be missed dearly, my friend.
Live a fantastic day, each day of your life. Take care. Jay-Z and Puffy wanted Biggie. Bottom line. You don't have to believe me. Believe the facts. Here's a man that wanted to leave Bad Boy. He wanted to do his own thing. He mentioned several times how he was tired of being.
And I should go get my book, but that's exactly what happened. But guess what? The turn and the twist in that part. They said that allegedly, you hear me, Jay-Z? Allegedly, Jay-Z was the one that went with Diddy with the assumption that he wanted his spot and that they was already close and all this anyway. Both shines. That's what it say. Close. So in the conversation that allegedly happened in that book that's supposed to be fake, Jay-Z approached Diddy and tell him that Pac and Biggie wanted to start their own labels and that they wasn't gonna make it out here if they went on their own. They stuff just wasn't hot enough. That's what I get. And that they needed them to stay around, you know what I'm saying? Or they needed to knock them off for that reason. You feel me? I'm gonna have to call her back. I'm gonna have to call somebody back. Everybody can call me or something. They have to call me back. But that's what I'm saying. So let's keep it going. It's sad.
And used and abused. That he was bigger than Bad Boy itself. Somebody, and we ain't gonna call no more names, dangled a bogus contract in front of his face so he wouldn't leave the company. How I know I was there. Another thing, Jay-Z wanted him out of the industry, period.
I told y'all, and let me tell y'all, because so you can't tell me that book that I have, that book, you know, I'm going to let y'all, look, I got to listen to this too, but that book is in there in my room. That's exactly what that book said. And so you going to mean to tell me that we going to get somebody, a former bodyguard, that's going to sit up here and tell us the same thing that's in that book. Y'all, is y'all serious? Okay.
So he could take over and be the biggest hip-hop artist around. And I wonder who's the biggest hip-hop artist today. It's all business, folks. And unfortunately, you as a fan, most of you won't understand. But it was all about the business. And the two billionaires have done what they seeded to do. Yeah, this is Uncle Ron. And a whole bunch of things are getting ready to take place very soon. Y'all didn't believe me then, but you believe me now. Not only that, but they're not the only one that's getting ready to take a fall. There's going to be a couple of big names stirring up in this pot. And yeah, we've been talking. And some things are getting ready to happen. So keep your eyes and ears open. Know that Uncle Ron told you so. Believe me when I tell you, there's one other who's constantly jabbering about what they have seen, but they're going to be a part of the investigation too.
So this man goes by the name of Uncle Ron. And
wait a minute, y'all. Uncle Ron was laying it down. How did Sweet Pea How did I miss this content, y'all? Is y'all serious? Let me see. Okay. Let me do it. Wait a minute, y'all. I gotta find Uncle Ryan, y'all. Before we get to go, I gotta get Uncle Ryan going on because it's some stuff that I gotta download and share at Uncle Ryan's. Let's find Uncle Ryan. Uncle Ryan. Yes. Yes, Uncle Ryan. I will be following you. Yes, Uncle Ryan. Uncle Ryan. Let's see. I can't wait to do this one. Let's see.
Other things on the side, plus trying to heal properly from my last surgery.
Let me see.
What is your favorite car?
No, I gotta find that video, y'all. We gotta get back to Uncle Ryan. Let's get back to these TikTokers. Be
stated that he was Beyonce's former bodyguard. He also made huge allegations against Jay-Z, Beyonce, and P. Diddy. Take a look at what he had to say.
She's been on him for a long time, and you keep her that way. Y'all wish it what you wish it to stay on top. But there's one thing about me, bro. I can't be bought. This is Uncle Ron. Just like I know how you... That Biggie had plans of leaving Bad Boy. Biggie should have never been in California for promote an album. Y'all didn't believe me, with a broken fibula bone, who can barely walk. You're not the only one that's getting ready to take it off. To go to another studio when Diddy has his own studio in New York. Diddy is pure evil. He has a very nasty disposition. He treats everybody like crap. Every single employee he's ever had, he and his mother have looked down on them, belittled them, talked to them like they were the lowest scum on the earth. So he could always have his way. Amar, Muhammad, and Suge Knight are Amir.
He continues to go on saying that Jay-Z and P. Diddy set Biggie Smalls up simply because Biggie was going to leave his contract and that Jay-Z wanted to be the best rapper out. And he also stated the reason he didn't say anything when it happened is because he had kids and his kids were younger and they were his first priority. He also stated that...
I feel that. You know, he said he had kids. And remember, and I don't know if y'all remember, but allegedly Jaguar Wright said when she started speaking out, something happened to her son. Allegedly. You feel what I'm saying?
That he gave all the receipts and documentation showing that they had something to do with his death to the FBI because he's involved in the case as well. Personally, I believe him because as a bodyguard, you are by the person 24/7. Their business is simply your business. Everything they know, you know as well. Not to mention he went too far in detail about how P. Diddy asked multiple bodyguards to put a hit on Biggie, the date and the time, and how they all turned it down. But it also makes a lot of sense on why a lot of stuff was going on the way it did. I'm running out of time, so part 2 coming soon.
I can't even see this. I would like to inform everyone TikTok of my husband's passing. Uncle Ryan will always be. Let me read it. Let me read it. You hear me? It say, I would like to inform everyone on TikTok of my husband's passing. Uncle Ron will always be remembered and loved. If you can help with donations towards his funeral services, it would be okay. And our deepest appreciation and condolences to his wife, Evelyn. Oh, yeah, that's sad. Oh, that's it. Ain't that something, y'all? Now, I don't know about y'all, but let's stop sharing. This was smoking this morning. This was fire. You feel me? So make sure you comment below on the thing that gets you the most about this Diddy case. I will be back throughout the week, y'all, popping on, even if it's in the morning time or not. Now y'all see baby Dylan and got his little week on. Now he about to go back to sleep. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He been weeping all out on here, but it's okay. I'm a mom of 7, and this do not be pre-recorded, not live anyway. So with that said and done, y'all make sure you comment, push the like, and share this video with your family and your friends. Let's talk about it, y'all. What has really shocked you and have not shocked you in this Diddy case? All allegedly.